make a start, right?
Yeah, come on, you.
I know it is what it is. Should we make a start?
Yeah.
How many have we got? 1, 2, 3.
What did we have last time?
We had 8 last. Oh, we got 8.
Yay!
Hey! So
Magic number.
we're exactly where we were not last month. When was it? 2 months ago.
Where's what about?
No. Has it?
Yeah.
Nice. So we've got our, well, you've got your own personal show again, and that's basically it, isn't it? That's what's happening. Are you 4 right now, or did you want to come and sit down? Sitting in the posh seats.
I don't like too many jokes, so I'll...
You don't like too many jokes.
No,
You've
no,
come
I
to
don't
the.
know any. So
You don't know any.
No, I'll listen to
No,
it.
we'll do the work. You haven't got to do that. This
Just
is.
laugh.
Here all week.
Yeah. We could pretend we're live at the Apollo, couldn't we? And I could do a big introduction, but
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't.
no. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Yeah, are we all alright?
Yeah.
I'm knackered. I've got to be honest. I've been. We had a weekend in Hastings this weekend. Granddaughter's 2nd birthday with my 41-year-old stepdaughter and her partner, who's challenging, shall we say, very challenging. And we were staying in an Airbnb, and it was all right. But sort of Saturday night, about 1 o'clock, my wife said, "I can't sleep." Why not? It's too late, because I had shutters on the window. I said, "Well, have you got your eyes closed?" And she's like, "No." Okay. Well, maybe shut your eyes and then, you might get to sleep. And then we went down to, I just love listening to people's conversation. We went down to Hastings on Sunday morning. Just had a coffee in a local pub, and a girl come out and we just talking to this bloke who she obviously knew. She said, "Oh, I haven't seen you. So you been away?" "Yeah, I've been on holiday." "Oh, how was it?" And he said, "Well, got into a fight." He said, "I got mugged. And none of the family are speaking to each other now." And she just said, "Oh, I'm glad you had a nice time." Well, clearly you haven't listened to an absolute word I've said. Did we all watch Britain's Got Talent, the final? Did you? What did you think of?
Fantastic.
Terrible.
Absolutely superb.
It was
I went out and bought 5
high-vis vests. Yeah, I mean,
And I danced around the house, mate.
Did you?
And then, yeah.
I just think
This idiot.
it was shocking, wasn't it?
I think it's terrible.
It was entertaining for a little while, but
A lot of talented people.
there were a lot of talented people on
He went in a
there.
balloon as well.
Yeah, it was basically it was a guy from Norway who stuck his head in a balloon and
So it's no one.
danced round the stage, shaking a high-vis vest, and
That's it.
that. But I think, do you know what I think it was? I think well, it was one of 2 things, right? It was either, hello, Mr. Coleman, how are you? It was either a load of stupid British people who voted for a Norwegian, probably the same people that voted Leave for Brexit, which I thought was quite ironic. It was fantastic. But I think it might have been a bit of a protest vote against that person going on the Royal Variety Show, because I can't wait for Prince Charles to see that shit.
Maybe that, then the bloke had pants on.
Oh,
Posing.
yeah, but if he'd have won,
Yeah, I thought he was funny.
no,
I did.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh God, no, it was. I thought it was just shocking, but not quite as shocking as what's been happening in Dursley over the last month or so.
There we go.
I'll tell you what.
And my neighbour again, is it?
Well, I don't know. Dursley Natters. We've had some classics this past month. This is a few days ago. Mike Clark, who's with Becky Clark. Do we know Mike Clark at all? Don't know Mike Clark. So he starts his post off with, "Well, I know it's been chaos at the new Domino's today, but this takes the piss. I ordered at 17:52, and then I just rang them, finally got through at 10 p.m. to be told they are not going to start making it for another hour, so maybe, M-A-B-E-Y,
Yes, I did read.
Maybe delivery by 2300. What a joke, cancelled order. And I thought, well, if you ordered at 10 to 6,
Yeah.
are you going to wait till 10 o'clock to ask where it's been? And then somebody put, so what did you have instead? He said, oh, we had a pizza in the freezer, we had that. No, he didn't say that. Rosalind Berkley, do we know? I'd like to meet Rosalind. I am heading, with a capital H, to sell at the Wooden Car Booty Car Boot tomorrow, and I have lots of fancy dress costumes for adults, if anyone likes fancy dress. I've decided it's time to grow up and end my days of fancy dress are done. There are fat sweets, I think she means suits, and two feathers balls, and a chicken costume and a lobster costume. Just to clarify, I'm not completely weird, right? I beg to differ. This next one, I love this one. This was by Lyndon Corlett. Do we know? No, they're all Dursley people, aren't they? Although this is relevant to Cam. Linda Corlett, a blue budgie has escaped in Cam. His elderly owner is heartbroken. Please keep an eye out for him. He has a bold chest and is vivid blue. Now, I don't know if she meant the budgie. Linda Corlett replied, because obviously Sally had said something. She said, oh, thank you, Sally. We are just wandering round and whistling. He is friendly, but on his terms, he doesn't like being picked up. And again, I thought, please tell me that's the owner. That would be just fantastic. Janice May. What did Janice put? Oh, she just put a big post which said, recommendations for false nails in Dursley or Cam. Thanks in advance. And Chris Riles put, should never use false nails, your shed will collapse in no time. It's just lovely, isn't it? I was a little bit concerned to see on the Ewley Pavilion and Playing Field on the 4th of June, you had a dog show. Did anybody go? Anybody go to the dog show? It was all right. It started off at 12:30 in the main ring with the best trick, 12:45 waggiest tail, 1 o'clock prettiest bitch, 1:15 handsomest dog. Things took a little bit of a strange turn, I think, at 3 o'clock with dog the judge wants to take home most, followed at 3:15 by the best child handler. And I thought, yeah, only in Cam. And then finally, Tracy Gage put, hello, bank card found on Highfields Approach in the name of Mr. A.T. Winter. I currently have it, but will hand it in at the co-op tomorrow if not collected. I'm going to ask for ID if you collect it from me, thanks. Which was fine. And then Georgie J. White, do we know? She put, hey, that's my husband's, how do we collect? Right? Now, bearing in mind the name was Mr. A.T. Winter and her surname is White, I'm thinking, well, spot the obvious flaw in that. She's just absolutely lying. But it's not just Dursley Natters, it's Uncle Gloucester. And we've had some classics, I've got to be honest, I'll only show you this one. This was in the Gloucester Citizen. This was a few years back when we still had a paper. Firefighters spent 7 hours rescuing 2 cows from the River Severn. Onlooker Michael Walsh said, we were working up here and I saw one cow go in and it was struggling. Then another cow came to help. But that one fell in too. I was worried, so I phoned the fire brigade. I was like, oh God. Did you really? I don't think so. Was there anything else I was going to tell you today? No, there probably isn't. I think we'll just crack on with your first act. Is that all right? Yeah. Is that all right with you, Joe?
Fine with me, yeah.
It's fine with him. So his name's Joe Taylor Mills. I've gigged with him many times. He comes from Cheltenham and he's going to entertain you. Just give him a lovely round of applause. Joe Taylor Mills.